What do I value most in my role as a leader? I think the values that I find most helpful to me are the stories that I hear from the people who attend, their frustrations or their joys, their pleasures, solving how they solve their problems, how I can help them solve a problem, how might be able to put them in contact with someone who could make a difference in the way they may be able to cope with the situation that they have. And that seems to be the pleasure I get out of doing it. Well, I described it this way in one other time that I had the opportunity to say, well, why do you do what you do? And I guess it's the high you get in seeing the face of someone who all of a sudden is relieved of a burden. And I think I described this at one other time. I had a phone call from a fireman. This guy's in his 40s. The guy asked me, after we discussed, well, what's your PSA reading and what kind of treatment are you having, and that kind of stuff, Gleason score and all these kinds of things. And, getting that information and relating and having other information about other fellows in their particular situation. The guy asked me the question, well, I'm going to live long enough to see my son graduate. And, well, what a question to ask. And so having this all information, I said, absolutely, you're going to see, well, here's a guy this happened to him, and he's been around for so long, and this is another guy's happened to him. So I don't see any reason why, you couldn't be in the same shoes as these other guys. And you can almost hear the guy's sigh of relief on the end of the phone. Yes, I have a possibility. What characteristics would be recommended that the person have that would want to take on the task of being a leader? Well, I think the initial task would be having a good contact system within the medical field, or being prepared to at least contact people in the medical field would be one. Organizational skills, I think, would be another. A personality, I think, that is outgoing rather than reserved, I think, would be another. You don't have to be a chartered accountant. You don't have to be a professional scientist. So neither of those skills are really necessary. It's just really a skill of being able to bring people together. Some selling skills might be helpful. Marketing skills might be helpful, but they're not absolutely necessary. They would be helpful. But I think the management skill, capability of contacting people to help, those kinds of skills, I think, would be the primary ones.